Hey everybody, welcome out to another episode of Windshield Time at Mountain Land Supply. I'm Joey. I'm joined by Spencer Shorts.
That's right. That's me, I guess. I don't know. What do I usually say?
That's what you got today?
It's opening day.
Thank you for saying that.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought of it.
It's a good segue into why I'm wearing a hat today.
Yeah. Why are you wearing the hat?
Well, it's funny you should ask. It's the first day of the baseball season, and the Yankees are playing the Giants tonight. So I figured, I was doing my hair this morning. I thought maybe I'll just wear a hat today in celebration of opening day because it's one of my favorite days of the calendar.
I love it.
We are also joined by Mike Jensen.
Hello, everyone.
And Bret Adams.
Hello. I also did my hair today. Actually, I cut half of it off, and nobody noticed. So thanks.
We're going to get to some of that too.
Okay, good.
The cutting things. Let's just go right now. Have you got your lawnmower out?
Yeah, I've probably cut it maybe twice in the last month.
So what fertilizer do you use?
Well, not from us. I don't. That's for sure.
Do you do IFA?
I do.
Yeah.
I have.
Actually,
I have 2 bags of Step 1 sitting on my deck right now. But
So that won't burn, right?
Well, it's going to if I don't get water. So I haven't put it down yet because I don't have any water on in Linden.
Yeah,
so.
I just barely put it on, and I don't have water until April 1st. And I didn't think about that. So I need to probably just take my hose out and soak it.
Yep. Well, I've kind of done that up the side of my fence. The lawn's burning, so I've been dragging a hose a little bit. So.
Well played.
Yes. Well, I don't want it to dry out. So.
Have you got your lawnmower going yet, Mikey?
I do. Yeah, I've been out same, a couple times, and I've been holding off on fertilizing as well because it is really, really dry.
Super dry.
I mean, it's been. Yeah, I just look at that like, wow. Okay.
Have you did you get one of those like autonomous ones?
Nope. I just go with the good old fashioned push lawnmower.
Right. I didn't know if Calvert had convinced you to do one of those.
Well, he tried, but I thought, nope. I like the exercise. I like pushing.
He is evangelical when it comes to that thing. Dude. He's been trying to sell them to everybody.
There's no doubt. They're definitely a cool thing, but
they're cool.
No, I prefer the old push.
Well, mine, it would work on the front lawn, and I guess it would work on the back too. But I always lock the gate to my backyard because I have dogs, so it would be hard for it to go from the front to the back.
That's exactly how my yard is as well.
Yeah.
Yep, got all the dogs.
It doesn't make a lot of sense.
Well, you can have 2 of them.
Oh, that is an option. Yeah, I'm aware of that. You know what, though? I have way too much fun on my riding lawnmower.
I do too. I'm with you. I get it.
You got the old 0 turn out there.
Yep.
Which I know you do too.
Yes. I have grandkids that love to ride on it, so they're fun.
Yeah, they are fun.
Yep.
So I wanted to get you guys on here to talk today because we just finished up what we call the dealer meetings in St. George at Black Desert Resort. And for those who either saw it on the calendar, saw some posts about it, I just want you guys to kind of explain maybe what the dealer network is and then why we have the dealer meetings and why we host them, what that does for our customers, that sort of thing. So maybe start with Mike.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I don't want to say it's a requirement, but anytime that you're dealing with Carrier and Bryant, there's kind of an expectation that you will host or have a dealer meeting on an annual basis. Now, we certainly don't do that. We've actually chosen to go every other year, just based off of what's coming our way, whether there's enough new products or new features or programs out there that we need to introduce or talk about. But we just found that if we go every other year, that seems to work best for us.
Well, it probably helps with attendance too, right?
So
the dealers can get there.
Yeah, sometimes you start holding them on a yearly basis, and then it's kind of hard to kind of keep outdoing yourself year after year, and trying to make it exciting for everyone, and make it worth their time as well. So
yeah.
But yeah, so it's like I said, we have chosen to go every other year. The reason why we do that is basically to get our dealer network all together at the same time in one big room, right? So we're able to invite not only our Bryant, but our Carrier dealers as well. We can have everybody together as one. And then while we're there, we can actually separate them and do separate breakouts. So we can have one for the Bryant, one for the Carrier. That way they get the information that they need for their specific brands. But, the whole reason to do that, too, as well, is just to kind of keep your dealer network more loyal to you. Mm-hmm. I think they see a lot of value in that, especially this past one we did just last week down at Black Desert. We've had so many good comments about it. Everybody's just been raving about it. definitely, I've said this to several people, it's definitely by far our best one we've done. We've had some really good ones in the past. Back in the day when we were smaller, we used to actually have them down at Springdale.
Oh, really?
Entrance there at Zion's.
Yeah.
So we'd basically go down and take up the Majestic View Lodge is where we'd hold it.
Yeah.
And we'd basically just take up the whole hotel. They'd shut down the restaurant for us, and we'd have the meetings in there. And then they'd also cook the meals and stuff there as
that's
well
cool.
for us. So that was pretty cool. Obviously, the scenery there is incredible.
Oh, Springdale's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we obviously outgrew that. So, it's been hit and miss. We usually have them in Mesquite there at the Casablanca.
Mm-hmm.
We've had them here at the in Provo a couple different times at the convention center. But really the home run or where everybody gets excited is anytime we can do it down south.
Yeah.
Because it's always usually around that, late February, early March.
Do it as an icebreaker. Get out of the cool, get into the warm.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. So, like I said, everybody always looks forward to it as far as our dealers and, I'd say employees as well. And it's always exciting. And, each time we do one, we're like, okay, what can we improve on or what can we do different next time? And hopefully each time it's a little bit better.
No, it was awesome. Well attended, great vendor support. It was great. And Black Desert's beautiful.
Oh, yeah. It's
awesome property.
The venue itself was just incredible. I mean, to me, it was just like perfect.
Yeah.
So
weather was killer too.
Oh, yeah. Who would have thought it'd been, 95?
Yeah, right. So, Bret, explain to people what like a BFAD and a CFAD is. And then do they have to be part of that to go to the dealer meetings?
No.
Okay.
So BFAD and CFAD is just a program that Carrier and Bryant put on that helps their business. They get, better financing rates, and they have a scorecard. And then if they meet the scorecard, they can go to what they call the President's Club or the President's Meeting. In fact, we just had one 2 weeks ago down in Los Angeles.
And what do they stand for? What's the acronym for?
Carrier Factory Authorized Dealer, and then Bryant Factory Authorized Dealer.
And that's just I only say that because, some people on the counter or inside sales, they may hear that acronym thrown around and they just don't know what it is.
Yep. Some people want it just to have their name, say CFAD or BFAD, others.
And then they're listed on the website as such.
Correct,
right?
Correct. And then others, they want it because they want to take advantage of what's available for them.
Yeah.
I know, we have a BFAD meeting coming up in Texas at the end of April, and we seem to have a lot more participation on the Bryant than the Carrier side.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Where is it in Texas? San Antonio?
Horseshoe Bay Resort.
Where the heck is that?
I don't know, about an hour and a half away from the nearest airport.
From Austin.
Is it Frisco?
It's from Austin.
Oh, okay. So you fly into Austin and then you drive there?
Yeah.
Okay. They're doing a ton of stuff in Frisco for some reason. They're saying that's the new Dallas-Fort Worth or something like that. Huh. So
yeah.
So we're looking forward to that. This will actually be the first one for Bryant they've done. This will be the first one they're holding, and they didn't have a lot of participation from the distribution across the country.
Interesting.
I think they limited it to like 500 people, and then the last time, Mike, wasn't it 250 they had, and they were kind of downplaying it. But now it looks like
they're maxed out.
They're maxed out, and they've
Really?
had people on the list. So something spurred them on to get more.
That's really
people
cool.
now. Yeah. So we have, what is it, 3 customers?
3 customers going. Yep.
3 customers.
Ah, that's really cool.
So it'll be exciting.
So what do you typically, are you teaching them about new products when you're down there? Because Bryant and Carrier both participate.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah. So it's pretty much every year with Carrier Bryant, they usually like to come out with either a new product, a new program, whether it has to do with features, benefits, or whatever. So, a lot of our breakouts is usually around that. Mm-hmm. So we usually have one that's specific to products, what's new, what's coming down the pipeline. There's usually one that's specifically just for programs, whether it has to do with financing or the CFAD, BFAD programs, what's the incentives there. Utility rebates, we did one for that.
Oh, yeah.
What incentives are out there at your local level for utilities. That was a good one as well. So it just depends on the year and what's coming down the pipeline or what's new, and that usually will determine what we decide we want to throw at them. So
what's the status of refrigerant from both of your perspectives right now?
There's plenty of refrigerant.
Finally, there's plenty of refrigerant.
And if you bought it high, you still have plenty in-house.
Yes. You got plenty.
Yeah, right. That was I've been calling it like a black swan event, as we've talked to our board of directors and just, through the first couple quarters of the year, and, they understood, but it was worth repeating to them that this isn't something that happens every other year. This is like once every 20 years you're going to go through this, and it's not fun and it's painful. And to add to that, refrigerant didn't stay with pace of manufacturing of the equipment either. So we had a lot of different hurdles to jump through. So we're kind of, I'm sure you guys are kind of looking forward to a pseudo normal spring summer season.
Yeah. Definitely knock on wood, and let's hope for the best. But yeah, I think we're finally, getting kind of back to a normal, schedule or routine or whatever you want to call it. But, we're just thankful that we was able to get through that. Obviously, we still have some 410A product left that we're trying to get rid of. We are on the downhill side of that. At some point, there's just, our hope is to sell anything and everything we could. But in the end, we're going to have to.
We're just under about $3 million in that now, right?
I think so. Yeah, just a little under $3 million, and our hope is to, get that down some more, and then eventually we'll just start scrapping it all and or donate it or whatever and move on.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. It's been a heck of a ride. What was the feedback from the dealers down there on what they predict this year for the market and what their work coming in looks like?
Yeah, up until recently, at least in the HVAC vertical or in our world, things have slowed up compared to last year. I think we went 8 months in a row where we was actually down in the HVAC vertical. Things have now turned, and it's starting to look positive. Everything we're hearing out there, it's I think things are just getting ready to bust loose.
Yeah.
And I think we're really going to have a good last, basically 2 quarters. So.
Yeah. And I were you guys on that call yesterday?
Yes.
You were on it. I think I saw you on it too.
I was, yes.
And so those who don't know, as of last night-ish, we equaled our sales number that we did last year. So we've eliminated all the gap that we had up until that point. And so from here on out, I said it yesterday and I'll say it again, from here on out, to me, this is like day one. And we just get to sprint to the finish. And I really feel like we have a ton of momentum behind us right now. And, we've got the right inventory, we got the right people, we got the right service. It's going to be a fun spring into summer to really close out this fiscal year. And I feel like you just said, I feel like there is some enthusiasm and it's going to cut loose. Yep. It's made me a little more enthusiastic over the last, 45 days or so. We've really made up a ton of ground in a short amount of time. So that's testament to everybody's hard work.
Yeah, it's definitely been fun to see those numbers, and it's just like you said, it's been amazing. Who would have thought, right?
Yeah,
would be where we're at as of today.
Well, it's one of those things where we all knew. We've been talking for forever since the beginning of the fiscal year. We're like, it's out there. It's out there. We know it's out there. We just got to be patient. And finally, it's starting to roll in, and you're like, oh, good, we weren't wrong.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it's like putting on a warm blanket right there.
Yeah,
felt pretty good.
Yeah, we still feel fortunate because overall, even though we was down for those 8 months in a row, compared to everybody else across the United States or in the nation there, that we actually fared pretty good.
You were still outpacing what the HVAC market was producing.
Yes, we was
as a company. So everybody was doing everything they could. It's just you got to have the economy give you a little bit of a breather.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
So it's been nice. So good job everybody on that one. What other things do you have to look forward to for the next few months? You guys got anything that's on your radar or anything the rest of the company should know about?
Nothing too exciting. Bret had mentioned, we got the first ever BFAD meeting that we're going to be attending. We're looking forward to that. I think just, obviously spring's upon us now. The fact we've got quite a bit of stock, so we're super excited about that. And I think, it's just from here on out, it's always busy for us, but this is where it really gets busy.
It's going to be real busy.
Yeah.
Yep.
So.
How about you, Bret? Anything?
No, I just hope it gets hotter and hotter. I love the heat.
So do sales.
Yes.
It definitely does. I always look forward to the heat, especially when it's kind of the economy's a little lull and more people are fixing equipment as replacing. So,
Yeah.
If it boosts up, gets hot and stuff, starts breaking more, I think we can sell more equipment.
Yeah.
So I am looking forward to that. In fact, when you're talking about the numbers, I mean, one of our measurables with my team in my meeting is we have a weekly goal to hit. And gosh, it was probably 2 months worth that we were just missing our goal by, 300,000, 400,000.
Just a hair.
And last week was the first week that we actually blew it by 400,000. So it was like an $800,000 turn. And I'm like, that's perfect. So that, it doesn't surprise me. And I could tell that things are coming.
It just felt that it was like a light switch.
Yeah, it was just awesome. So
I didn't even say this yesterday. I think I forgot, but we had our first ever $6 million day on Monday this week.
Oh, good.
$6 million. That's
amazing.
crazy.
That is.
That's freaking awesome. So that was a heck of a high watermark. So
Yeah.
good job, guys.
Yes, definitely.
Shorts, you got any barn burner questions, brother?
I'm not sure if they'll know the answer to it, but
boy.
from the meetings, what was the most exciting information that people talked about after?
That's actually a great question. And I would think, hands down, I think everybody would vote for the same thing. So we had a guest speaker. His name's Ernie Harker. And obviously, his whole thing is he was kind of the brainchild behind the
Maverick rebrand.
Maverick rebranding.
Yep.
Taking it from the good old country store to where it is today. But just him talking and just telling that story, and then also he's really, really smart when it comes to AI and kind of where we're at in today's world with it and what you can really do with it as far as your marketing and stuff. So I think it was just a combination of his story that he did on the opening night and then getting into the details about AI the next day at one of the breakouts was just, everybody has just been raving about that. And I think that's, he pretty much made the meeting. Overall, the meeting was great, especially our vendor trade show. But just having him there was just, that was the icing on the cake. So,
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I think he really helped to keep it really positive.
Yeah.
Like there was no like real doom and gloom around the meeting, and not that there would have been anyway, but the way that he approached it was like, listen, don't be afraid of AI. Yeah. Embrace it. Look at what it can do for you and the efficiencies it can create for you. Like really embrace this because this is an exciting time, and the things you can do with it are going to be world changing.
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly.
it was pretty cool. I really enjoyed what he said too. Yeah. What do you think, Bret?
For me, there was a couple things. One is, I went up to the employees from Carrier and I asked them, hey, how does this rate against other distributors? And they all said, you guys really do a great show. In fact, this one's probably one of the best we've been. The location was phenomenal. They love that. In fact, Christina, that's over commercial, I asked her that night, I said, hey, are you heading home to Syracuse? And she says, oh, heck no, I'm going to go to Zions and Bryce and kind of visit the area. So I love that. And we're lucky to have that kind of stuff in our state that draws those people. And we had a lot of people from the factory there.
Yeah, there was a huge contingent.
Which was surprising.
Yeah.
But that, and then also, talking to the vendors afterwards. One thing about having it at a resort like that, as opposed to a casino, once they finish up dinner, a lot of people, it bleeds off to the casino, right?
Yep.
This way, it gives them more time to visit with the vendors. In fact, I had Wayne Sidaway come up to me and say, Bret, we need more time. We need more time. So, they were just getting bombarded, which was really good.
Yeah,
and
that's cool.
I think we had a good mix of vendors there for about everybody. I know that some of the vendors, they have several customers that they're going to come and do some training with in-house for
Oh,
them.
cool.
So which is awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, thanks for
Really-
asking
really
that question of Carrier too. That's some good feedback.
Yep.
Awesome. Any others, bud?
That's what I wanted to know. I'm glad it
Good. I'm glad
panned
you're
out beautifully.
satisfied.
Yeah.
You guys got any more parting shots?
I don't think so. I won't say go Giants, right?
You can say whatever you want, dude. My daughter's got a boyfriend, and he's a big Giants fan, so maybe I'll have to smack him around a little bit tonight.
Yeah, there you go.
Hopefully the Yankees do it for me.
Yeah.
I think for me, guys, just embrace the AI. I use it a lot. You can even
Yes, you do.
You can put a picture of you in a van if you need to.
Yeah, we don't do that.
You could, if you wanted to, you could.
Ethics and morals when it comes to AI exists.
Ethics and morals. On that note, we appreciate you guys jumping in and join the ride with us. We'll see you down the road.